sometimes growth look like nothing is happening. Okay? So in this video, I just want y'all to breathe, relax. But I wanted to talk to y'all about like growth, you know. And sometimes growth look like nothing is happening, but you have to believe that things are changing, especially if you're working towards things, you're doing things that's out of your comfort zone. You're putting in time and effort into something. So, and it's hard to explain. This is a hard topic, but like I want y'all to like also understand that it's okay to not see the growth, but it's happening. As long as you know for sure, like quitting something, and it's hard and you day one in, you know, sometimes that's growth. Just making the right decisions is growth. Sometimes just choosing not to do what you used to do is growth, you know. Growth start in small steps. And you just have to believe that it's happening, even if you may not understand it, even if it may not look like it. And that's where I feel like I'm at in my life, where I'm doing things, I'm working towards it, and it don't feel like I'm growing. It don't feel like it, but I have to know that before I had a hard time uploading, or before I know I had a hard time working on my clothing brand website. You just have to believe that growth is happening. Remember, focus on the positive and make sure you're doing something that is a part of your purpose and a part of what you love to do. You're not going to always see the progress within yourself. You're not going to always see the growth. You're not going to always notice the change. But sometimes you just have to believe that it's happening, that you are changing for the better, that you are growing, that you will flourish, you know. Believe good things about yourself. Nobody is perfect. Nobody. We all have flaws, no matter who you are, no matter how much money you have. We all struggle with something, okay? So it's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to not fully understand why certain things are happening. But sometimes, understanding certain things that happen to you will come a time. You may not understand it now, but later in your life, you'll understand why it happened. And I'm a firm believer that God is so intentional about the things that happen in my life. And, some things that just happened in my life that I had no control over. But I know I was put in countless times where I just had to trust God. And, it's hard, bro. I tell y'all this all the time. It's hard, but we must not give up. We must continue to push through. We must continue fighting. So believe that growth is happening in your life right now. Choose to do something different that will benefit you, either today, tomorrow, weeks from now. Do something that is beneficial, that will make a good impact on your life in a small step. Sometimes you just have to take that small step and work with it and just be happy that you tried. You know what I'm saying? Growth won't always look like growth. So change your mindset on that. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And I'm going to catch y'all in the next one.